Want to celebrate Women's Day, but you just don't know how? Well, today I want to share with you 10 fun and easy ways that you can celebrate Women's Day, not only if you're a woman, but also for the women in your life in honor of Women's Day. The first thing I want to share with you is the fact that Women's Day is not just a fluke. It's not just another day on the calendar. Women's Day signifies the celebration of women's accomplishments, women's achievements, women's resilience, and all of the work that we do every single day. It's an opportunity to reflect and appreciate not only who we are as women, but also the women around us, and look back to the women that actually led the path to where we are today, and also celebrate today's women, as well as think about and also help prepare and nurture the women that will lead us tomorrow. I first want to start with giving you 10 ways to celebrate yourself, and then I'll give you 10 ways to make sure that you spend time celebrating the women in your lives. Well, the first thing you can do if you're celebrating yourself, and I'm kind of going to run through these because these are pretty intuitive, but just some ideas to get you going and not to forget about yourself tomorrow. You can do something like write yourself a love letter to remind yourself of how wonderful you are. That covers all of your strengths and your values and the skills and who you are as a woman. You can do a solo date with yourself. Take yourself out for a movie, or just go to dinner, go to coffee, maybe go to a local restaurant, a woman-owned restaurant, and have a glass of wine. You can practice self-care in your own house. You know, I'm big on the self-care. So if you're on a pretty tight budget, and I know many of us are, you can practice self-care at home. You can take a bubble bath. You can buy your favorite tea or coffee and make it at home, and get your favorite blanket and curl up and just practice being and meditating and spending time with yourself, doing what you want to do, whether it's reading a book, or like I said, it could be taking a bath, enjoying your favorite tea or coffee or glass of wine, or even something stronger, or reading your favorite book. The other thing, I think that if you are a woman like me, I love flowers. I have flowers that are alive. These aren't, by the way. This is actually from Target. But I have in my house live and dead flowers everywhere. I love flowers. So how about opportunity number 4 is to buy yourself flowers, whether they're dead or alive. Maybe you want to buy, that sounds kind of creepy, but you know what I mean. Whether there's something beautiful like this that can stay on a wall, or maybe it's a live plant or flowers. Treat yourself to something. How about you read or watch something that really excites you, that really empowers you. I love reading books from women about being a woman and the things that I can do to be better. One of my favorite books is a book by Jamie Kern-Lima. And by the way, in the comments field, I'm going to link 5 to 10 books that you can read. This is a wonderful book where Jamie talks about being worthy and the power of believing in yourself and recognizing that you are enough. A powerful book, but I'll also list some others as well. Number 6 is you can start to set new goals. I will link a video here that actually talks to you about vision and purpose, and reminds you to maybe carve out some time tomorrow to think about what is your vision, your purpose, or your passion. The 7th thing you can do is listen to a podcast, right? Or listen to your favorite YouTuber, such as myself, or other people that are maybe in more of the entertainment side of YouTube. One of my favorite YouTube channels that I like to watch is Hot Ones or The Tiny Desk. I love that just for entertainment, that I can kind of just sit down in my house, grab a blanket, grab a cup of tea, or make myself something a little bit stronger and enjoy those funny shows. And so think about what you can be watching or listening to in terms of a podcast, either on YouTube or on your phones, listening through Spotify or another channel. The eighth thing you can consider doing is donating to a woman's charity. I think that's so important to remember to give back. And so that's one of the things that you can consider doing. The ninth thing is to spend time learning about women's history. There might be a woman that you are wondering about and you're saying, gosh, I just want to know a little bit more about her. I want to know about her story. I want to know about her journey and who she is or who she was if she's no longer with us. The 10th thing that you can do, and this is really, really cool if you are a creative person. My daughter likes to take pictures, but instead of maybe hiring someone to do a photo shoot, why don't you grab a girlfriend or a friend and take some pictures, dress up, maybe take one or two outfits with you that you can go out, or even if you're staying in, and do a fun dress shoot. Put on something fun, put on something sexy, put on something that makes you feel good when you're wearing it, and enjoy that time celebrating yourself. So those are the 10 ideas that you can do for you for Women's Day. So how will you celebrate you? Don't forget about yourself. Make sure that even when we jump into in just a second how you're going to celebrate other women, that you take time out to celebrate yourself, because you are worth it. So let me know in the comments field what you're going to do to celebrate you. The 10 things that you can actually do with other people are going to be very, very interesting, but also budget friendly, because the ideas that I'm sharing with you, notice, don't cost a lot of money. So let's jump right in. The first thing that you can do is to host an empowerment brunch. Now, I say, especially if this is last minute, like if you're watching this the day before Women's Day or Women's Day, encourage each woman to bring their favorite dish. That way you're not holding the bag and planning a whole meal. I always like to do, if I am going to do something last minute, breakfast or brunch is always the easiest, because you can always grab some bagels, you can always grab some lunch meat. You can always, for me, I like to scramble tofu and do different things with tofu. Brunch or breakfast is such an easy thing to plan. You can, grab tea, coffee, champagne, orange juice, and boom, you have yourself a pretty modestly priced brunch. But again, if you're watching this in the 11th hour, you definitely can invite other women to bring their own dish. That's another way to be inclusive as well as celebrating them. Maybe it's a cultural brunch where you ask each woman to bring a dish from a different country. Even if they're not from a different country, maybe you assign them a different country to bring a dish from. Or make something, right? Even if it's bread, something as simple as bread. If you go into your local Walmart or, any store in America, for the most part, you can find different things that are pre-made in the frozen food section and in the pastry section for the most part. The second thing you can do is make sure that you're supporting a woman-owned business. I can't say this enough. Whether you're going out for coffee, buying a gift, whether you're buying flowers, seek and find, and they are there in your neighborhood. And even if you have to drive a little bit further, do it. Women need to know that what they're doing is important and need to be supported, especially during these interesting times. So definitely make sure that you're patroning a woman-owned business. The third thing that you can do is write a appreciation text, or send an appreciation voice text to some woman that you admire. Tell her how much she means to you. Tell her how special she is to you, and send it. It costs you nothing. And how about you send it to more than just one woman? So if you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit the like button. We'd love to have you like this video so that other women and other people who are celebrating women know the things that they can do to celebrate, and this can reach a wider audience. Let's continue to number 4. Number 4 is to attend a Women's Day event. I'm sure in your neighborhood, or if you just Google it or go into an app such as Meetup or your local Eventbrite app, there are tons of women's events that you can seek out, and maybe grab a girlfriend or two to attend a Women's Day event. So I would absolutely do that. How about a girls' day out or a girls' day in? That's number 5. And again, that could be that brunch that we talked about earlier. Or maybe you do something fun like you do. One year I did a nail polish exchange with some girlfriends, and that's pretty modestly priced. You can do a candle exchange. You can do just something that's under $15, such as a funny sock exchange. You can do something like a clean beauty gift exchange. And when I say clean beauty, that means something that's made organically, that has natural ingredients, and usually doesn't have any scent to it unless you know the woman's scent and she knows yours. So next is to do a vision board or coloring party. I love this idea, and it is a great way to have you and your friends bring your vision boards or take pictures of them if they're hung on a wall at your home and you can't take them off, but take a picture and then bring them to a space where you all can share a little bit about your vision for the year, ways you can support each other's vision, even brainstorm with one another about how to achieve certain aspects of your vision. So I think that would be such a powerful idea. You can also color, right? I have a lot of coloring books. My sister is a women-owned business, and she's a publisher of many different types of books, but mainly coloring books. And so you can color, find a couple of coloring books, and I'll have that link in the comments field as well. You can do something as simple as this. You can do something as simple as coloring more comics or more of this kind of genre, or you can go straight raunchy and go, hey, listen, I just need to get some shit done. And so here are the things that I want to do, and this is more of an adult coloring book. So look at ways you can bring other women together and enjoy each other's company by coloring or doing a vision board party. The 7th thing that you can do is volunteer for a women's own organization on Women's Day. And there are many different needs that women-owned organization, nonprofits need help with. So I would absolutely, look at your local community and see what events, and again, go back into Eventbrite, go back into the Meetup app, and there'll be opportunities, I'm sure, to give or to serve on Women's Day in your local area. The 8th thing that you can do is have a book discussion or listening party. This is a great idea for some of your friends who may not have time to read books, or they just are always on the move. Certainly even having a listening party of an audiobook, or maybe it's your favorite album that you just you've been talking to them about, and everybody's on the same page, but you just haven't had time to listen to the album together or the song. It's a great time to get women together to have a listening party of a podcast, a listening party of an album, or a listening party of your favorite book. Great idea, and again, doesn't really cost you much. The thing that you can do is start a gratitude group text. I love this because it doesn't cost you anything to find a bunch of women who you love and respect, and you want to be able to pour into them and they pour into you constantly, to take that group and then create a group or subgroup called a gratitude group. And it really should be reflective of what you write in your gratitude journal. And if you don't have a gratitude journal, this is a great time to begin to think about ways that you can remember the good things that are going on in your life, the good things that are going on in the world, the good things that are going on around you every single day, and to be grateful for, and have women be able to come alongside you and join you on that gratitude journey. The last thing that I want to go over, and before I do, don't forget to like this video, because there was a lot of nuggets here. And again, we want to make sure that the word gets out to be able to help every woman take care of themselves, and again, others to be able to take care of the women in their lives. So the last thing that you can do is start a prayer group with like-minded women. It doesn't matter what faith you are. Being with other powerful, spiritually filled women is such a powerful way to stay connected, to stay engaged, as well as to be able to come in agreement with one another on prayers that you want to see happen in your life. And it's a great way to lift those prayers up to your Creator, or to call out what your needs are, and also another way to give thanks. So those are the ideas that I had today. I hope you enjoyed them. What's been my whole day doing self-care, starting with a bike ride that's actually going to be for Children's Foundation. It's a fundraiser. And then after that fundraiser, we're actually going to be doing yin yoga, which is one of my favorite things to do, which is to just lay around and have an easy time breathing and meditating and reflecting. And I'll do some of the things that I mentioned to you. I love flowers, so I'm certainly going to buy myself flowers, and certainly eat something very decadent and yummy. So that's what I plan on doing. But again, let me know in the comments below how you are going to honor yourself, whether you're celebrating Women's Day alone or with others. It's an opportunity to actively support the strength and success of not only yourself, but of women everywhere. Take care, God bless, and be sure to watch one of the videos that I've linked specifically for you right here.